Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on Semois in the darkness of night. Two forces shall be assaulting. It shall be 12 on, fighting for the Americans with a 3 engineer start. Fighting for the 1st Armoured Division. Opposing them shall be SS EliteJager. Fighting for the Panzer Elite. Fighting for the 17th SS Panzergrenadiers Division Götz von Berlingen. And some Panzergrenadiers troops are already standing around. We are seeing a logistic company start. This could certainly mean he might be going for some scout cars. It could also mean he might go for increased squad sizes from the beginning on. There's definitely some possibilities there. And of course the 3 engineers are now out for 12 on. 1 batch going up, and of course otherwise using all those engineers to swiftly as possible seize a lot of territory early on. And in the case of SS EliteJager, the plan is not necessarily to do a lot of damage right on, but to be able to even more quickly get some larger, more solid Panzergrenadier squads, and thus be able to take the fight to the armies much more properly. So, engineers securing this. In fact, he's already firing off here, to sort of protect this southern area from any sort of immediate attacks. Nice move. Then of course he might go for the missions down there, and of course he can sort of hook up about that if it is so desires. Rifleman squad on the way, there we go. Logistic company is up. Few more details out from those who actually went to Eurogamer. Lots of details, well, not a lot of details. Some detail stuff like the MG42 will have a much wider and longer arc of fire than in the first game, but of course it might also be a bit slower to move about than in the first game. Also the Maxim gun, much shorter arc overall, but it will also be much faster in sort of setting up, so that could certainly mean there'll be sort of difference in usage, and of course might also be a bit more useful in the attack to sort of quickly shift about to suppress defenders. So there is certainly something to keep in mind there. Ketcrad moving about already, though, has secured a nice chunk of territory. And there we go, scout cars out. First rifleman squad is also out there for 12 on, second one on the way as well, hooray! Center getting secured, scout car moving southward, engineers have secured this and now moving up here. We are seeing the scout car moving down there, crashing through the fences. So far no engagements at all, just securing territory. Hooking up there, having perhaps hoped to meet something. And no, we actually seen 12 on, wiring off this area, but he might have wired off from the wrong direction. John, aren't we supposed to be, on the other side to get back? Ah, crap, Larry, we did it again. Yes, we did. We'll just blame Bob. Again, yes. A bit of laughing there. He might have realized that, oh, right, I wired myself off. I'm brilliant. And Scout Car might be trying to go for the fuel point. A bit of early harassment using something slightly more sustainable, as opposed to also much more quickly able to actually escape in case something doesn't quite go as he wants to. Going for the central point, rifleman hooking up here. Might be going for the fuel point. There we go. First reinforced Panzergrenadier squad going to encounter some riflemen. Quickly pull back cover. Behind, in fact, both do. Although in this case, the Panzergrenadiers might actually be able to win this one with 4 man already. And no Gewehr 43s, by the way, that is quite interesting to note already there. Fuel point, though, is being harassed. We might be seeing another rifleman squad, though, soon. And of course, he's already going to be sort of ascertaining what's going on. That is, he's seen 4 increased man squads and a scout car already going for his fuel point. So he probably doesn't have to worry so much about an armored car right away. And of course, we also might be seeing a lot more Panzergrenadier squads. Engineers here, they're not doing too well. Another squad ready, moving up there. American force moving up, and note he's already mining. This is good, going to make it much more difficult for the Panzer Elite to move into there. Of course, the 17th SS scout car managed to escape the riflemen, having secured the fuel point. In fact, that's going to be some time before 12-1 can get fuel again. Another squad moving down here. Further fighting here. The riflemen going down to 2 men, but so the Panzer Grenadiers. Riflemen here doing not too well out in the open. Versus Panzer Grenadiers. Still no sign of a Gewehr 43 upgrade for EliteJager. I do find that a bit perplexing. I would imagine he would have gone for an upgrade, but apparently he hasn't. Scout car advances, again close to mines. He of course is none the wiser. Which is if there we go. Mine off, destroyed engine on the scout car. Less good rifleman engineers pushing forwards. Panzergrenadiers are coming one flank. Another squad though moving up. The one that has not been fully enforced. Scout car could be caught right there. Needs to get away. Drive. Or perhaps it might also be an idea for EliteJager to try and repair it. And there we go. Rifleman jumping out. Not quite happy about this. Taking further fire from all the German infantry. Flamethrower up though, this is definitely going to work. Could in fact send all the Panzergrenadiers scurrying away. No, not quite. We are in fact seeing 12 on. We forced away. He still manages to actually hold most of the map. Territory being secured there. Engineers moving in there. Panzergrenadiers moving the other way. Another squad arriving. That's 4 squads of Panzergrenadiers. Still no Gewehr 43s. I would at least imagine one. I mean, 4 Panzergrenadiers with Gewehr 43 upgrades would be quite effective and certainly able to really gain the advantage of the rifleman early on. But we are seeing 4 rifleman squads out there. He knows he has to fight numbers with numbers, just larger numbers. Scout car pushes a bit forward. Might want the Panzergrenadiers up there to sort of add additional firepower. There we go, another squad arriving in, although heavily wounded. Very heavily wounded, and we are seeing a bit of cat and mouse here with the Panzergrenadiers and the engineers. Moving in there for the cut-off point as well. Nicely done. More riflemen arriving. Engineers arriving. Scout car pulling back a bit. We're in fact seeing the logistic upgrade on it. Wonder what he wanted to secure with that. Might want to again move in those Panzergrenadiers to assist here. Not so good to have sort of units stand out there. And there we go. One squad retreating. Simply too low on health to be combat effective. Without at least handing over a lot of veterancy to his opponent. And again, that's good. I mean, that is something you really have to be careful about as the Panzer Elite. You don't want to be able to sort of, you know, hand over troops to your opponent. So vital and nicely handled right there by EliteJager, retreating just in time. He's also got defensive operations up, but he might find his troops right here captured on both sides. Rifle moving in from one side, moving in from another side. Trias ends up. Flamethrowers, mines again. Lovely, lovely. Oh, the rifle here might find themselves a bit under pressure. There we go. Scout car moving in, flanking with machine gun. And there we go. The riflemen are forced away. Going straight for that victory point again. Going for the cutoff point as well there. Nice harassment. Definitely some aggressive players on both sides. First armor though is definitely holding up in the face of the 17th SS. And there we go. Another push. Riflemen slightly forced away. Supply yard up. Panzer squad away, and we are seeing the Panzer support command up. He might be worrying about armored cars, of course, but it could be the 12 on decides to do something slightly different. Another flamethrower. In fact, all his engineers are now equipped with flamethrowers. Granted, not really a lot of work to worry about in terms of mines. Incendiary grenade could be nice right there for EliteJager. Question is if he has access to it. More Panzergrenadiers moving in. They might take that route and they might hit a mine again. Flamethrower engineers moving up, and there we go. Forced away from the cover, and there we go. Mine goes off. Panzergrenadier dead. The men are taking heavy losses. Going for the fuel point. Not a lot of territory in fact connected. Currently he's in a bit of trouble there. EliteJager. And he's not getting too much out of his scout car, I fear. And he might want to consider some more kit and crowds to help at least spot mines when he advances. Scout car now holding up, and it's actually securing the strategic point and just locking down. No idea why EliteJager does this. It strikes me as rather peculiar. And there we go, light anti-tank, half-tank moving. Might be seeing some focused fire to help deal with the infantry. Kettenkrad needs to get away. Oh dear, damaged engine. And Kettenkrad gone. Large Panzergrenadier force, and finally he's gotten himself some Gewehr 43s. I mean, about bloody time. And Ravni suffering a bit to some other Panzergrenadiers. All in all, though, he's got about 16. That's a pretty solid force. And Rifleman squad getting pushed away. More mines going up for 12 on. Lovely. Territory right here connected. But again, he might lose a lot of it again. Bit of manpower being flooded right there by 12 on. And we are seeing grenades. Grenades have been researched. And in this case, EliteJager does manage to spot us somewhat, going down into try and check the territory right there. Going for a resource point right there. Looks like the riflemen are forced away finally. And the engineers themselves also get sent packing in the name of the fatherland. Engineer down, but the rest are still standing. And the last man is still standing, and the riflemen are slightly pulling away. Not quite liking being out in the open with that many Panzergrenadiers. And the Panzergrenadiers are hot on the pursuit. We are seeing a scout car out again. Panzergrenadiers getting caught right here between an engineer squad in with a flamethrower inside the house. And of course the rifleman squad who can lob off a grenade any moment. And there we go, the flamethrowers move in, and the Panzergrenadiers move out. So no huge surprise right there. Tough on infantry, but he might want, you know, some more weapons for them, or some additional support of some sort. So far, though, the Americans are holding most of the map, which is definitely going to be to his advantage. In fact, he could perhaps, if he's really bold, just try and go for the tank depot and simply go for some armor to try and hammer out the Panzergrenadiers. Engineer down, and mine goes off, damaging the scout car's engine. Less fortunate there. And might be seeing some focused fire actually going on from this half track. Fires quite nicely in this case. Rather than retreating, we are seeing the Panzer command up. We might be seeing some assault rifles and some scout cars. I mean armoured cars, not scout cars. Although both were the leichte Panzerspeerwagen, that is, light armoured car. Only difference was the weapon, basically. I mean, scout car only had an MG, the other one had, you know, the auto cannon. Panzer's moving forward, and again, a mine. He keeps falling into that mine. Not really good. He needs something to deal with those mines. Again, a Kettenkraut, I think, would pay off quite nicely. Rather than going to hook about here and try to actually hit them from that angle, that could work nicely. And there we go. Getting assault grenadiers. I don't agree on that. He's got the munitions for some assault rifles. Again, usually you should go, you know, spend munitions when you can to avoid spending manpower. But apparently he's of a different opinion. And of course, at the same time, you could also, you know, build some more troops from other buildings, including an armoured car. And again, let us see what happens instead. Panzer's moving up. And there we go, assault rifle on the way. Gewehr 43 squad retreated. Might want to be careful, don't move too close right away. Oh dear, the assault rifle chaps are going to take losses. There we go, the assault grenades moving in. Grenade goes off, doesn't do much. Flamethrowers up. Need to retreat. Rückzug. And oh, he accidentally retreated the other chaps as well. And there we go, a bit of veterancy for the Panzergrenadiers. Offensive he goes for. Grenade on them though. Oh. One man down. Veterancy 2 already for these rifles. That's definitely going to be a huge asset to 12 on, though the engineers are getting blasted a bit. 7 kills for the half track. 8 kills. Doing alright. And there we go, the armor car is on the way. Scout car. Securing the munitions right there. He might, of course, be trying to sort of get more assault rifles for his Panzergrenadiers. Rather than holding up in front. Never mind. Kettenkraut gone. 10 kills for the half track.
Send your orders. Top here.
And there we go. The Panzergrenadier force moves out in the name of the fatherland. And at the same time, 12-1 again using his large map advantage. And there we go, as predicted. Tank depot is up. He's definitely going to get some armor and use that to his advantage, of course, since again EliteJager has expended a lot of resources towards infantry upgrades. He's probably going to be a bit behind. And although he's himself predicted that, he is going for the Panzer command because, again, he hasn't seen a lot except grenades and riflemen. And that usually tends to be a pretty solid indicator that your opponent is going for armor. I mean, if you've only seen the first tier stuff for a long period of time and nothing else again, he's probably going for the big guns. In this case, for the Americans, that means armor. That means the tank depot. That means Sherman tank destroyers. Not Sherman tank destroyers, but Shermans and tank destroyers. Rather getting caught, and they're going to have to run past all of these assault rifles. Oh dear, this could easily end up very ugly. Yes, indeed. Oh, nasty. I mean, 8 assault rifles is a lot of firepower. And that was definitely a bit unfortunate for 12 on. Rifleman engineers moving up. Kettenkrab might want to be a bit cautious. And we are seeing Scorched Earth Doctrine going up. Not what I might have expected. I would have figured Luftwaffe might be a nice thing. You know, throwing some Luftwaffe troops to provide additional support to help repair vehicles. Lay down some barbed wire, some sandbags. Perhaps get some 40 Jaegers with a Flak 88. Roadblocks actually going down. That's a nice move. That's actually going to make it difficult again. He's expecting enemy armor. And he's actually... might not be one's actually going for it. Although again, then he might have gone for tank destroyer, but he's actually using the roadblocks to limit the movement of his opponent's armor. That's definitely one way of doing. I mean, you pretty rarely otherwise see roadblocks used, but I mean, this way, that is definitely on the brighter end of the scale. Booby traps go off. Doesn't hit anyone though. The riflemen largely get away safely. Mine's going down. Kettenkrab might spot it. More booby traps. Marder 3 ready. Troops reinforcing.
We are losing ground.
There we go. Panzerjäger ready. And there we go. Panzer ready for 12-1, the first M4 Sherman of the day. Getting a second one. He's not taking any bloody chances. He does not want to get caught by surprise. Another roadblock going down there. Interesting, interesting. Not bad though. Again, limiting the movement of his opponent's armor.
Ready to move out.
Popping into the building here to right line of sight, and he's booby trapping that as well. Interesting. He's certainly consistent. Spotting the mine, but he loses the Kettenkrab to the 50 caliber mounted. Scout car caught on his own without support. Engineers already there, and we are probably going to be seeing the Sherman, although again he has the Marder 3 ready to support there. In fact, second one. And we are seeing a nice solid assault, 4 squads, all equipped with some sort of automatic, semi or full. Now again, should we be careful of blowing up. There we go, one squad taking up position to provide fire support from the cafe, although flamethrowers do nicely. Does he have incendiary grenades to force them away from the cover? Mine goes off. Panzergrenadiers taking heavy losses. Come on. No incendiary grenades at all. Oh dear, I mean that would have been nice again to sort of deny cover here. Church wall breaks down grenades. And there we go, the assault has botched. A bit unfortunate, I would say, from EliteJager. I think had he had incendiary grenades, he might actually have been able to win this. Panzerguys need to retreat quickly. Took some nasty losses. He didn't quite get off. Oh, whoops. The same in return. I think that was a bit of a waste, honestly. Sherman pulled away. What a lot of damage. More Panzergrenadiers arriving to the scene. Booby trap goes off. Kills 2 engineers. And riflemen find themselves under heavy PaK 40 fire, which is what the Marder 3 have mounted on it. At least this variant of the Marder. Sticky bomb on the anti-tank half-track. Where's the infantry support? Nowhere to be seen.
We are losing a sector.
Sherman rolls into... well, out of town, in fact. Might want to pull up behind the cover instead of front of it. EliteJager. Half-track went down. Perhaps at this stage you could consider getting a Bergeteer to recover some of those scout cars, but also, the anti-tank half-track, I do think that might work. Oh, scout car there's gone. More assault rifles. Panzerguns retreating. Marder 3 moving in. Riflemen forced away from the north. And there we go. Sherman could get gunned down. Oh, first shot bounces off. What a shame. What a shame. Pushing in, pushing in. Second Marder 3 follows up. The Panzerjägers are on the move.
Americans are seizing territory.
But the Sherman managed to escape into the fog, into the cemetery. And Pubic. Oh, heavy losses to the rifleman right there. Nice job. Bit of resource being floated here again. I think a Bergeteer could work nicely for Mr. EliteJager at this stage. Could recover him a few losses. And again, could also work in the longer run. No, he's getting group seal, which in fact doesn't just apply to squads, but actually to the individual members. So, I mean, even a 4-man squad will benefit from it. It basically just makes them a bit tougher. Overall, and also gives them some healing. But 5 squads, that is 20 men. Can't respond to this again. Not when I'm, as it says, in a skirmish. Which basically means I'm in a replay. Watching a replay or something like that.
Group
Also
field
note,
will
offensive
aim above.
veterancy. Most players will go for defensive, but I mean some might go for it because it actually, you know, increases the accuracy of the assault rifle, you know, having a larger chance of actually gunning someone down. BAR left behind. He could use the Gewehr 43 to pick it up. Sherman forces away the Panzergrenadiers. Martin not there to cover. Rifleman forced away. Offensive veterancy. Panzergrenadiers doing quite nicely against the riflemen. Gunning them down quite successfully. In fact, 2 down already. Incendiary grenade forcing them out of the building. 3 left. Other squad though moving in on the hunt. Also note, actually, the road here has been mined, though clearly EliteJager doesn't really intend any major movements. And there we go, Rifleman forced retreat right past the offensive veterancy chaps. And note, 12-1 has actually done himself a medic station. He's fortifying the center. Good mines. And all such things now just need some wire and perhaps some tank traps. And this is really going to be a formidable position.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
We're going for the cutoff points, going for some harassment. Rifleman here dodging.
Send your mission order.
Panzergrenadiers being launched in. Still no Berge-Tiger. And there we go. Panzergrenadiers run off. The Sherman proving too mighty. We do see the assault grenadiers also retreating. Trying not to get a grenade. Getting one Panzergrenadier, but they do manage to run off the rifle in the end. The assault rifle is mightier than the semi-automatic, which is what the Americans use largely. That is the M1 Garand. M4 Sherman moving out and going to find itself a bit blocked off. Again, nice usage of tank traps. Rarely actually see them used like this, but nice job nonetheless. So really nice job, in fact, by EliteJager. And let's return to 12-on. Does he have a doctrine in mind? He's gone armor. He's gone for the left side so far. He could in fact be going for the Pershing, for the really big guns to really hammer in EliteJager and his 17th SS troops' teeth. But a nice assault force right here, sending the Panzergrenadiers away. Assault rifles are fine, but not really achieving much. Retreat, Utsuk. Oh dear, he could be losing a Panzergrenadier squad. Or could he be safe? There we go, incendiary grenade. Now he's actually gunning incendiary grenades. And there we go, suppressive fire as the rifleman charges in, suppressing the defenders. Excellent, excellent. But we are seeing a German counterattack already arriving. 3 squads armed to the teeth with things that hurt an awful lot. Booby traps going off in here so quickly to dodge. Kampfgruppe Company, wonder what we'll be seeing from there. Lots of booby traps going off. Oh, heavy losses to the riflemen. Oh dear, we could be seeing another squad down for 12. Oh no, dear. He certainly made the mistake of trying to react, and of course again he forgot he set it off there. So again when he tried to move away, again he was in the path of the booby trap detonations. Awful. Tank destroyer up. Sherman moving in as well again. But again, there's also 2 martyrs, and again, this is part probably of EliteJager's plan. Again, he's basically what booby traps. So again, he can only he just needs to focus 2 martyrs to lock down this area, which is definitely a much larger advantage to him. Again, clever thinking, definitely. Exo continuing to move out to pick up any wounded, but they are a bit too late in this case. Upgrades for the Logistik Company. I wonder what it could be. Could be anti-tank grenades. Oh, nasty hit on the Panzergrenadiers in the south. First armor doing nicely. Martyrs planting a bit of overwatch fire, not really effective against infantry. And more mines again. He's really doing his best to ensure that when the assault comes towards the center, it's going to be hell. And we're actually seeing a munitions half-track out. This is novel, mildly put. But the problem is EliteJager can't really push forwards. Again, he's running into mines, and he also needs something to perhaps, you know, bombard the defense. I do think mortar half-track might do him nicely. To, you know, aid him in an assault. And also to perhaps, you know, aim the martyrs here in preparation for the assault, because he must know there's going to be armor in that town waiting for him as well. I know his assault tactics do seem a bit loose. And we are seeing the upgrade to actually help him spot mines as long as he's standing still. That is a good move, although again he perhaps, you know, stand up at least, you know, taking the shorter move to spot any mines. But there we go. Martyr firing into port. Mortar half-tech would be nice here. Half-track moving about, laying down mines. Not bad. And there we go, Sherman rolling in. Panzergrenadiers forced away. And again, note, these martyrs are placed in such a way that they can't just be both outmaneuvered. They will be able to cover each other. And also note, he's not locking them down. And we are seeing field repairs up. Sherman's pulling away. No, martyrs pulling away. Mines down there. And Pershing has arrived. Oh dear. Second martyr turning about. If only he'd actually laid down some mines first here on the road, this might have looked a lot different. Sherman going to go down any second now. Engineers suffering a bit. Martyr 3 down, but Sherman out of control. Tank destroyer. Oh dear, it's going to hit the mine. Destroyed engine. Excellent use of the munitions half-track. Certainly a bit rare that you get to see it used like that. Panzer is suffering to the Pershing, and there we go. Martyr 3 dead. A sacrifice in the name of the fatherland. Panzer is reinforcing. He needs some more anti-armor. And he needs that Martyr 3 away. And if only he had a back to you again, I think he could recover a bit of armor. And Martyr 3 out of control.
Enemy unit down.
Veterans you want for the Pershing already. And the half-track doesn't continue that. Of course, he just continues to mine off this area. He's doing the exact same thing. Nice to see, you know, mines being used. And overall, some rather novel tactics used, but Sandy again, his problem was he hasn't really been able to push in. Again, that has simply given 12-1 too much time to sort of relax and build up his forces. Flak feeling gone. Horrifically. Crushing the wreck of the Marder. Oh, mine! Munitions half-track does it again. Oh, he laid down a mine right in front of flamethrower engineers. You really shouldn't be doing that. I mean, you ought to know that flamethrowers, and he's a level 16 Panther player, by the way, sets of mines. Oh dear, that was a waste by him, I think. Sherman moving in rather than assisting. Pershing, though. Damaged engine. Anti-tank half-track on the way. Marder 3. He could be forming a kill squad to try and immobilize and then use the Marder 3 to finish the job. There we go. Pershing immobilized. Marder 3 swiftly rolling in. Panzer is actually getting suppressed by the MGs on the Pershing. That's... I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen, actually. Usually you don't see the tank MGs actually do such a thing. Probably helped a bit by the Panzers, though, actually being, you know, solely vengeance, which makes them a bit easier to suppress with MGs. Ooh, one hit, but he can't see it. He needs his anti-tank after to quickly move in, but out of control nonetheless. Pershing gone.
Enemy unit down.
Sherman takes a direct hit from the Marder, but we are seeing some heavy losses for friend EliteJager and his 17th SS troops. Again, the mines right here and his slight failure to really push forward again has cost him a bit too much, I fear. And if he'd just perhaps also been a bit earlier with the back T, or for that matter the munitions half-track again, I think he also might have been doing a bit better. Sherman rolls in again, and there's no anti-tank protection for them. Panzergrenadiers need to retreat. Oh, they just, of course, disable the victory point. Come on, retreat, Panzergrenadiers. Oh, he... Not sure why... What he did there. Was he booby trapping or what? Engineers following up. Small skirmish there we go. Suppressed Panzergrenadiers. Incendiary grenade that goes off on the riflemen. Burning them alive. In fact, retreating them, allowing the pinned Panzergrenadiers to win the fight. There we go. Anti-tank half-track once more arrived to support a new Marder 3. Again, Bagatiga could be of assistance, could help him recover some of his vehicles. There's still a Marder there. And some anti-tank half-tracks down, and even that scout car. I mean, he could, you know, regain at least a bit overall. And had he done it earlier, he might even been able to recover a bit more. So again... But there we go, another Sherman arriving, disabling another victory point. I mean, EliteJager is certainly low on them, so it's not hard to see why he's doing this. He needs to buy himself more time to recover. I mean, he's certainly done some damage. I mean, he's still actually blooded several rifleman squads completely out, but at the same time his problem is a bit all those defenses laid on earlier. And again, stop up, check for mines first. Oh dear. And they only had something to assist a bit more in the assault through the city. Perhaps some panzer force at least to just deal with the infantry. Destroyed engine. Sherman number 2 moving in. He again disabled. Could lose a Panzergrenadier squad. Marder 3 arrives. Need to get the anti-tank half-track out. Marder 3 forced away. Panzergrenadiers down south forgotten. Let's return once more to EliteJager. And the men of the 17th. Not really doing too well. There we go. They're finally locking you down. Doing quite a bit of damage there to the Sherman. Sherman on the same time on the hunt for the anti-tank half-track. And the Marder in this case I don't think can actually cover. There we go. But the Sherman got the half-track. Will the Marder 3 finish it off? No, the Sherman escapes up behind the house. Excellent escape. Rather dashing as well at the same time going in for the cut-off point. Really nice aggression from 12 on. Floating resources. Might he be going for Panthers? And certainly he could also have tried going for Panthers a bit earlier to perhaps, trying to help him in that way. Oh no, he's trying to get the Sherman, but he hits a mine. Oh no. And he can't get it. Oh, never mind, he did, but it's also going to get sticky bombed, and that might lose him a Marder, which again is at this stage something he can't afford to lose. He's got nothing to really stop any enemy armor. And there we go, Marder 3 down. This was the risk he could not afford to take. Marder 3 lost, the crew ejected, landing in a harsh manner on the less than welcoming ground. And there we go, Kampfgruppe Company again. It rather looks like we will be seeing. Oh dear, Panzer squad going to go down. Veterans 3 riflemen. Oh dear, the carnage. The sheer carnage. Ooh, just avoided the mine. Mine off, rifleman down. Tank destroyers, Sherman's arriving. And again, the Panzer base is rather exposed. Sector artillery chosen, but he does not have enough munitions to really get anything off it as well.
Base is under enemy fire.
Rifleman squad facing off against Veterans 1. Panzer squad right here on the western flank, taking nasty damage. Already down to half health. 12-1 might have forgotten about it. Down to 2 men. Just note how quickly they simply tear through them again. In that sense, a Veteran 1 is what you want. Panzer squad up here in the town getting murdered. Or on the base. We might soon see the Panther battle group, but he's taking heavy losses himself as well. He's got another rifleman squad, in fact. I mean, they're rather equal in terms of infantry. One squad each. One engineer squad and another, though he's got the more armor. Plus, of course, he's still got the mines here. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's speed it up because we know we won't be seeing much else happening. Ooh, something got those in. Yeah, the flak filling in the base. Disabling the point. Ravnier fighting versus the Panzergrenadiers. In fact, losing rather solidly. Bags might be going down. Tank destroyer caught by the Panthers. Send in from the 2nd SS to try and contain this disaster. And there we go. The tank destroyer goes out of control. Panthers push on. Allied war machine up though rather quickly. Veterans 3 Sherman. Is 12 on going to be sacrificing a Veterans 3 Sherman? That's something. There we go, Sherman down. Of course, he's going to get a free one, but that's not going to have Veterans 3. More tank destroyers on the way, though. Other one trying to escape. Panzers need to retreat, going for the cut-off point, but they need to retreat. Rückzug! You can't survive this. Not this much firepower. And there we go, retreating. Not a lot of mines being laid down anymore by 12-1. Panthers roll forward. Defensive infantry up for the 1. Might want to wait for the Panzers here to provide some infantry support, just in case. We are seeing expert repairs going up. He's going to probably use those Panzers. Then we expect expert repairs to quickly repair his HQ. So you can also perhaps, get some sector artillery in. Panthers, pull back, Riflemen, again, you need infantry support. Infanterie Unterstützung. Tank destroyers rolling in. Panthers get off most of the good shots. Riflemen holding the ground, using that cover nicely, but this Panzergrenadiers advance a bit too quickly and are quickly torn to bits. Careful, EliteJager. Careful. Defensive infantry in the first one certainly absorbs some fire. Certainly makes it a bit hard to penetrate. These Panzergrenadiers need to retreat. He needs others in, and at least perhaps get them back. Tank straight up. Don't march it in. Don't send it in. What are you doing, man? Oh dear, sticky bomb. Offensive infantry on the other Panther. Interesting. Tank destroyer down. And offensive infantry on this first one as well now. Interesting. Tank destroyer down and more veterancy. 2 Panthers veterancy, 2, but the other one, the first one will definitely go down again. He moved it too far ahead. He poked his head too far out and got it knocked off. And note the medic bunker was actually able to put together something. And the infantry right here gets suppressed from the offensive veterancy 2 Panther. The machine gun fire from 3 MGs is simply too much. And note, it actually makes it a lot more lethal against infantry because again it's now more accurate, thus meaning of course every shot is more likely to kill something, including the MGs. So I mean that's perhaps a reason why some players actually to go for offensive veteran of the Panther. I mean yes, it won't be able to survive as much as a veterancy to defensive Panther, but it's more likely to just kill everything and to get more infantry with every shot. So I guess those are the reasons. Panzergrenadiers here though need to retreat. Rückzug. You cannot survive this, man. Retreat, come on. Oh, too late. And there we go. I mean, again, note, he's just tearing through them. Though the Panzergrenadiers are getting torn through. Booby trap goes off somewhere. And there we go. MG tears through the second one. And the main gun finishes off the job. 10 kills already. Ultimately, though, what you want to go, of course, is completely up to you. But, I mean, I certainly do think there should always be a case for the other one. Because, I mean, it does involve some other ideas, some other approaches to things. Again, the more let's kill this from everything we see. Of course, draining the opponent resources that way. Rather than the survivability concept being able to absorb as much fire as possible. And, of course, you're also free to sort of mix and such. But in this case, I mean, we'd clearly have EliteJager really set on just killing as much as possible, thus draining the opponent resource. I mean, it certainly allowed him to sort of keep a much more equal gain, because his opponent certainly has a lot less, but he's also had a few mistakes, which ultimately has also ensured he is also on the level of 12-1 that way.
The enemy is attacking a petrol depot.
Blasting away at the church. Tanks will manage to escape up through here. Kettenkrad ready, but that's going to get knocked up in seconds. And goodbye. Armored car on the way. Rather than moving in, he could call in some sector artillery here to try and protect, and he disables the victory point again. He does not risk it. Tank destroyer causing havoc. Two Panzergrenadier squads left. Might want to get another one. Perhaps get some Panzerschreck troops to help with the armor a bit. And again, with 4-man squads, I mean, they'll be pretty still solid against infantry as well. Plus, of course, you could just pick up some of those BRs left behind to augment their firepower further in that direction.
We must protect our munitions from
Panther, though, forced to deal with the tank destroyer, the Wolverine. Moving in. Panzergrenadiers here not doing too well in the face of the Sherman. Already veterans, you want for that one. He needs to retreat. Squad down. Oh dear. And the Panther is on the hunt. Almost getting that tank destroyer, but the tank destroyer has managed to hit the road and escape rather swiftly, and he hooks in here, although he could be hitting the mines again. Careful, EliteJager, you are getting a bit too reckless. Not quite supporting your armor, and there we go. Both mines hit, damaged engine, less than low health. This has quickly turned sound. Of course, veterans 2 riflemen do have an extra long sticky bomb range. Behind heavy cover due to the wreck of the tank destroyer. Destroyed engine, and we're seeing a Pershing moving in. This is a disaster. Sector artillery up, And it does manage to completely obliterate the rifle, except one poor bastard, whose eardrums were probably burst, though, if not by the force of it, by the pieces of his friend simply flying through his ears. Bergtiger finally arriving. This is definitely way too little too late. He should have had that much earlier up. In fact, he would even be able to recover that Panther much earlier on. And sadly, it did not happen. Definitely, I think, a mistake right there by EliteJager. Now, of course, the person is going to sort that out. Oh, and the Sector Artillery got his own men. Oh, no. And he can certainly see the silliness in it, so that's a good sport. And GG, game over. The 17th SS, despite Panzer as support and some pretty solid Panzer tactics, did lose in the end. The problem was simply the defenses laid down here. Well, not really strengthening, you know, finding the mine and then, you know, pushing in. And I think also, you know, he should have considered either going for Panzer a bit faster or Bergtiger, something like that, a bit faster. And he might also want to actually mine the roads a bit better, I think, when he actually did have that mine half-track. I think that could have worked for him a bit better in the longer run. Again, the Bergtiger much earlier to help recover. And there were certainly some things which, you know, perhaps could have waited. I mean, good use of the Scorched Earth Doctrine actually fighting armor, but perhaps, you know, not the most optimal thing. Again, perhaps, you know, Tank Destroyer Doctrine or Luftwaffe might have served him better here. But overall, interesting fight, but again, some mistakes then, particularly at the end. He got a bit more desperate and he lost some Panthers in ways he shouldn't have. So, there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.